Hello, everybody. I wanted to jump on this morning and do a quick last flip through of my 2019 December daily. Usually I try to finish it all up in December, but this year too much going on. So finishing it up before January, I think that's still a win. And I'm just going to flip through for you. So I always do a pocket in the front to catch any miscellaneous bits that I didn't get into the album, but I really don't want to toss away. This year there's Christmas cards from people that I wanted to keep, a few photos that didn't make it into the album, and some wrapping paper that my son drew at school for a gift that he made for my husband and I. The first page, of course, is the reason why and the little tree. I've seen some of this before. It has a little pull out here, finding peace in a merry mess. And on the back side, I should show you, it's like a little quote about the season and just finding your joy in the season. The next page is all about us decorating our Christmas tree. So there's little bits from that and photos. Day 3 is a trip to the big box store, to Menards, to get some decorations that we needed to update. That's always a big excitement for my kids. Next was our advent calendar. I have our calendar of events, calendar of things that we did as a family. My husband got a beer advent calendar. That's what this is. My kids each got a little chocolate advent calendar. And then we do a family activity calendar, like with acts of kindness and things that we want to do throughout the season. And then on the back, I just sort of wrote about that a little bit. And that tucks right behind that photo and that tag. The next day was about our Jessie tree project. We read one story leading up till Christmas Day each time, and we put a little charm inside these little find and seek shaker ornaments, and those were a really big hit with the kids. They really got into the stories. We used this storybook Bible for children, and it's written really at their level, and they just really enjoyed that this year. I think it's something that we'll definitely do again next year, so a new tradition for us. Next, day 6 was a little hometown celebration, and this page is all about, we are transplants here. We've lived here for about 6 years. It's about how our little hometown is becoming home to us. So here's a little festival that we enjoy going to and some photos of my family. Next, our elves arrived for the season. So there they are coming, and this was an ongoing page I did with all of the crazy little antics that they did throughout the season. So there's little flip-ups. Some of them have them on the front and back and underneath, and others are just on top or the side. So it's just to kind of keep track of what crazy Happy and Buzz were doing for the season. Then our letters to Santa. This is just a pocket, and it has my 2 kids' letters inside and a picture that my daughter drew because she was very specific about a certain flying horse that she wanted this year. And then this just tells about them writing their letters to Santa and my wishes for them. So my little Dear Santa card, and then just a picture of them with their cards. And over here, each one of these are numbered, and the numbers correlate with the number over here. And we have a pretty big ornament collection, and we usually get one special family ornament a year, and then each of the kids get one for sort of something that they've been interested through the year, just sort of like a little scrapbook or snapshot of where they were. So it tells about each of the ornaments over here. Some are old, some are new ones that I wrote about, but I try to feature a few in each December daily. Day 10 was a wrapping day for me, so it was all about wrapping presents. Day 11 was about our Christmas cards that I finally got sent out, and they are right here. And what we wrote on the back, or we printed out on the back, and then just an extra photo inside. Day 12 was a letter in a little pocket. It's a letter I wrote to my kids so they can read that someday. Just a mom letter to her babies. And then day 13, we went to see Santa. So here's a little tag, pull tab. And it has some journaling and some photos, a couple overlays. Just tells about our visit to Santa and what's kind of going on that day. These are all the movies we watched this year. I'm still on the hunt for maybe an overlay to go over this. I don't know like how stark the colors are. I probably could have done black and white, but it's done, and I'm checking that off my list. And here's them being cozy on the couch while my son's watching a movie, my husband's dozing off. So just a lazy day that day. Day 15, we had some dinner and some fun with some friends. So there we are doing that, and the kids put on a little show for us. So there's some photos from that. They're really close friends. And it's always fun to include something. It's always fun to get to see them before the holidays. And my journaling for that is, of course, over here telling about that night. Day 16 is about all the teeth my daughter has lost through this holiday season. She's quite toothless and quite cute. Day 17, we went around to see our annual viewing of the lights. There's a few big displays around us, and we always try to go and watch those. And day 18, my daughter's class went to a nursing home, and she decided to do a dance for the people at the nursing home. And apparently it was a big hit. They posted some pictures on their website, thanking her and thanking her class for being there. So I printed those pictures and made a page about that. Day 19 was my husband's work party and a date night for us. So there is our date night and that journaling about that day. Day 20 was the first day of Christmas break. So we're toasting to that. And there's some of those big wooden veneer numbers that are real thin. Just a full page photo there, kind of tells its own story. Day 21, we went to a Tannenbaum festival and looked at all the trees, walked around, had lunch. My daughter picked out her ornament for the year, so she found that one. And then we had a family game night, so that's just journaling and information all about that. Day 22 was gingerbread house building extravaganza and journaling. Day 23, they got to open a present early, and it was a watercolor class that they can do online. If you want more information about that, check out my blog. It's great for birthdays or anytime. But this was one of the Christmas little freebies that came with it during the holidays. So there's my daughter making hers and that one. My son kind of didn't finish his till later, and then I don't know where he put it. So hers is in there. Don't know where his went, but he has a card that he made in kindergarten that is attached to the back of it. And so that is his little contribution and his artwork. 24, Christmas Eve. We had a low-key Christmas Eve, just wrote about it here. And then we have some pictures from our dinner we had and the kids acting fancy at the table. Although I don't think my son's wearing pants, so there's always that. And then that's just our low-key Christmas Eve. And then Santa was here. So a picture of our Christmas tree all loaded up, ready to go for the kids the next morning. There they are waiting anxiously for Daddy to come out. Here I did a top 10 from the season, things that I want to remember, and then just a little card there. A whole bunch of 2x2 photos of the opening and the chaos that is Christmas morning, and there they are laying in the wrapping paper that's the aftermath. This was a prep page that I did, and I had originally planned to have journaling peeking through some vellum there, but I ended up taking the vellum out, and it is just a framed out photo of all the chaos of after Christmas and what the aftermath of the living room looks like. It's pretty fun. And then on the back, we got to have some cousin time. So there's a picture of all the cousins kind of to wrap up the holiday. And that is my chunky little December daily album for 2019. I hope you enjoyed looking. I hope you all are enjoying the start of your 2020. I'll be posting on my blog later, probably this week, about some of my plans for 2020 because, well, mom's chaos. I haven't really started 2020. I have some plans for it, but 2020 really probably won't start till the end of January, beginning of February, which, hello, is right now. Just because we have the craziness of the holiday and getting the kids back to school, and January always seems really busy for me, so I sort of stockpile and start that later. But anyways, I hope you have a great 2020, and thank you so much, everybody, for watching.